See if this works like that. Oops. I don't know. This does it. I hope. Oop. I think I'm gonna move this over. Just wanted to make it pretty. Still trying to get my spatial awareness going here. Is this going? Put that there, that there. I think this is as good as it's going to be. Hi, you guys. How are you? Hi, Sandra, Julia, Ellen, Karen, New Hampshire Mountain Dancer. Hey, Connie B. You can hear me typing. Nice to see you too, Sandra. Thank you. Hi, Marjorie. Hi, Just Joy. Karen Louise. Snow Wolf made it. Paisley. Yes, please hit the thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it. Hi, Charlie Smith. Holly Coleman from Connecticut. Did you recover from the storms? Hi, Pamela. Poof, right? Yes. We're going to have some poof action going on because we have just hit our max capacity, hit our threshold. Hi, Diane. Elizabeth. Ooh, and there it goes. Herbert family. Rosie. Purple Sky has a birthday on September 25th. Happy early birthday to you. How are you guys doing? I know that last time we chatted, I spent a lot of time on the brain fog where you guys, I felt like I was just totally engulfed in it. I really thought at one point, like, maybe my brain is melting. Maybe I have some sort of weird degenerative disease because the brain just is not firing on all cylinders. Everything just is not working. But I went into in-depth explanation why we were collectively experiencing this atrocious brain fog. And it really came to its max, crescendoed until yesterday. We finally broke out of that. And once we actually get into the fall, it'll feel even clearer and clearer. And as we've had this big, huge crescendo, and there's been this massive op going on, you know, to scare us and promote false information, which got started, I think, I would say the day McCarthy called, I hope I don't start buffering here, for impeachment on Biden. Was that on September 11th? Every single day, it was like that was September 11th. He announced that without a vote. Then WAPO had a horrible op-ed about how awful and old POTUS is. And then the next day, Hunter was indicted. And then the next day, another horrible, awful op-ed through WAPO. And then I think then they released the second awful biased polling, which over 60% of the respondents were GOP. Okay, so on top of this massive brain fog, we had this op that crescendoed and led right up to the point where it burst. Poof. Like Monday this week. I'm sorry, my days are totally off because aside from that, I was traveling all weekend, and you know how when you're not around on a Monday, it throws off the whole week. That's kind of where I've been. So we have pierced this fog. I need to talk a little bit about this because, oh boy, has it ever burst the GOP. Just in so many pieces. Have you noticed how totally and completely they are in disarray? Oh my goodness. How are you guys doing? Hola, Carrie. Hi. It's been thick, heavy energies for sure. Yep. Marie, yep. Sarah, WAPO, I was so angry with them. I, again, ended my subscription. I'm like, I am not coming back until maybe after the election because it was just so egregious, the stuff that they were putting out there. It is an absolute circus, Dr. Nancy. Michael, the Neptune transit produced lots of brain fog. An asteroid hit him. Yeah, I haven't watched that. I mean, he's just, ugh. Okay. Oh, okay, so most of the action was on the coast. Got it. Shockwave, Paxton needs to go. He absolutely does. But when I did the Terrascope on this major op, and with the new Moon Virgo, you could absolutely see how Mar-a-Lago was tied into Texas and all the threats that were coming down the pike. And it's because DONHOLIO is terrified. They know what is coming, and they know they absolutely can't get out of this. And I think it's so much worse. Here, how bad is it? How bad is it? It's like, this is what we know. This is us. This is how bad we think it is. It's pretty bad over there. Then we got 4 jurisdictions. We've got 91 in charges. Yeah, we think it's pretty bad. But no. Let DONHOLIO tell us how bad is it. These just want to jump out of my hands. How bad is it? How bad are okay? Let's just connect it. How bad is it? We've got 4 jurisdictions. I can't even remember what the first one was. Let's do documents. How bad is the documents case? How bad is Atlanta? How bad is J6DC? I'm missing another one. Atlanta, Florida, DC. Oh, and New York. I mean, take your pick. Which one in New York? We've got how bad is the New York case? Okay. This is how bad things 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords. The next card is the 10 of Swords, which completes the information. The 10 of Swords also symbolizes when they have a goal, something they want to do and they want to complete, it gets to the 10. And the 9 is usually like a lieutenant, someone in the cabinet. This is all too close for comfort. It is 1 degree away from him. It is so much more the nightmare than anyone could even imagine. I mean, I've been staying away from the news. I cannot keep up with it. But he really looks awful. Like, the hair is even thinner. There is a thinning of, I don't know, it's just gross. Like, he could, like, it's always been gross, but I never realized how much he was covering up with, like, makeup. But now it's old and withering, okay? This is how bad it is. We got the 9 of Swords. Well, there you go. I said it was 1 degree away. We've got the 10 of Swords. It has reached home. He knows he's sunk. And trying every which way at different tiers of people there is a level here he's trying to get things to stop, which he thinks will bring him some relief. But this is where it is. So how bad is it, DONHOLIO? We have, there's another 9. Total defense. Again, this is the info. This is the leadership. So he's got his back up against a wall on the front of intel, and then how I'm going to defend myself because that's what I really want. And the star, you know, I just had that FBI whistleblower just pop in my mind. Why? The 7 of Swords. Can't get away. There's the 6. Or was it? I think that might be that whistleblower. 6, 7. just too much information is coming out. He's really nervous. So how bad is the documents case? He can't fight. His middlemen, the middlemen, which are kind of holding things together, are collapsing. In Atlanta, is that right? Documents? The Knight at Atlanta. The Knight of Pentacles. How bad is it? Well, the Knight of Pentacles these are all the lawyers involved. What's up? What's so bad about those lawyers? Getting agreements. Didn't a lawyer just get an agreement with someone? Oh, it's almost like which side are they going to play? We've got an agreement, the truth, the not truth, the Russia, the China. Am I going to go this alone or not? And then, why am I drawing a blank? Got documents, Atlanta. We've got the DC January 6th. Revelation. How bad is it? I mean, the sun is pretty much almost the end of the road with the Republican Party. And the Two of Pentacles, these are the other New York cases. Just one's foot in front of the other. But if it's money, and who's his Two of Pentacles? Who's the person that's always flipping, taking the next step for him if he needs a favor? It's what he's doing with the Russia or the Pooty or any of them. These are kind of like his comms and follow the money type of thing. Crazy. How are you guys doing? Okay, so this is how bad it is for him. We think it's a nightmare for us to follow. Well, that app work. It is a nightmare for us to follow. It has been brutal. Lots of discussions going on. We are observers. We see what's happening. And I get 3 branches of government. What's going on? 3 branches of there's the moon again. This is like coming full circle in a sense. We're starting to see what's really happening is really happening there. And we think, this is what we think is so bad. We think, my yes card, yes, we're finding out who's responsible, who's the culprit, who we're going to find who was carrying the initial, and we're realizing how badly we're fighting back, how badly they're fighting back. The Ten of Pentacles. It's on all fronts. It's just like coming to a full boil, rolling boil, whether it is with Mar-a-Lago, whether it's Bedminster, whether it has to do with UNGA, the United Nations, and having all other world leaders come in. My God, I wonder if they've geofenced their devices when they entered New York, you know? And we're seeing the challenge is success. We are feeling the difficulty in fighting back. We do want to protect our democracy, but we see the mob. We see this huge tug of war on who's going to win. We're going to win. I'm just going to let you know, we're going to win. Okay? So it is really bad. And just with how insane the GOP has been acting this week, I mean, they have lost their minds. That is like, if you want to like think of a parent trying to calm a screaming, inconsolable baby, that you can't swaddle them, you can't give them a bottle, you can't do this, you can't do that. You're just running around exhausted and tired, and it just won't stop crying. That's where they are. The alarm bells are going off, you guys, for all of them. Okay. So, okay, Yeah, Trish James will shut that down. Okay, so the other thing that's happening, and I hope, did you guys sense kind of like we hit the climax, the culmination of the sun opposite Neptune climax, the thing that was just increasing with the brain fog and the confusion. And coincidentally, because Neptune, I think, was at 25 Pisces, the sun was at 25 Pisces, it peaked out. We felt it yesterday. And when it peaked and it started separating, it's like you could see the results of that. I mean, POTUS's speech at the United Nations General Assembly, and I really felt like finally people were really listening to Zelensky and like, hey, we got to put POTUS out. Otherwise, it's going to be this country next and this country next. It's like the seriousness of what was happening is starting to filter through. And today, on top of it, I think the sun today, I think, is at 27 to 28 Virgo. And why I love this aspect today so much is because right now Pluto is at 28 degrees Capricorn. So it's kind of like the stance, the sun, leadership, they are taking so publicly today. They have this awesome sense of steadiness, steadfastness, tenacity, intensity, and eyes on the results for government, and really having to hash out the fine details. No matter how we're going to get there is how we're going to get there. And this is on behalf of POTUS. DONHOLIO is no longer the sun for our nation. He wants to be, and he cannot break this bond at all. He can't just step in and go take it. And it is so unsettling to him because he just cannot break through, okay? So why is this so important? I was very curious what was going to happen with this opposition, because Neptune, that planet that we've been fighting with the brain fog and the confusion, in the United States chart, it represents the Nazis, white supremacy. It's the Republican Party moving the goalposts ad nauseum. Do this, do that, hide this, hide that, okay? In the USA chart in 1776, it was 22 degrees Virgo. And 2022 is the year of USA Pluto return. And we're still getting through our first birthday of that year in 2022. And it's almost as if everything is revolving. Anything that feels intense in your life, that feels like life or death, good versus evil, which is how things have felt immensely. We haven't even gotten through our first year with this, and this happened 3 times in 2022, and each time we've hit the first time in January, the second time in July, the third time will be in December. It's like the staying power of our new USA, because Pluto is transformation. It's life and death. The United States was literally reborn then. It's like every time we hit these thresholds, it's like this Pluto activity stays so active. It's kind of like more than a compass. It's like it's staking down the fort all over the United States, all over everywhere for our nation, everywhere. And then for all of those who do business with us, have alliances or not with us, it remade all of that. So in 1776 then, Neptune, how the GOP hides their criminality. I want Tarot, show me Neptune as how it used to function for the Republican Party. Like they, what? What? This deck feels like it's already gone. Like I can't ask the question anymore because its essence has, it's dissolved. God, this is so weird. Wow. This was the old playbook. But in 2022, at our first Pluto return, Neptune was exactly opposite at 22 Pisces in 2022. That is an opposition. It's 180 degrees. And when you have oppositions, you fight it out. And it's like all the energy that Neptune used to be just in Virgo, well, now she's been stretched out on a continuum, on a line between Virgo and Pisces, and it's like giving half the power away. It's become a new polarity. It has been remade. And that is why this, I'm like shocked, the playbook is dead. How many times have you heard people say the GOP playbook isn't working? The Democrats keep winning these special elections. Yeah, because they no longer have ownership on how they were going to deceive people in ninth house matters with the law, judges, courts, faith, extremists, one's higher learning. It no longer worked out. So that went completely, okay? So then here's my after tarot has been speaking a lot to me lately, that we are like our administration has gone from addressing all this stuff to a renewal, a new thing. There's this new energy platform that our administration is working on just by virtue of Pluto and how this year is just progressing with time. Talk about a playbook being done. They don't even have access to the platform on what they used to do. So this is GOP 1776 Neptune. Okay, what did 2022 USA Pluto return do to Neptune? The fog, the haze, the confusion, the deception with the GOP and how they run their party and how they do policy. What happened to that Neptune? This is like floating up. What happened? What happened? Oh, this just feels like a little bug, like a little, I don't want to say infant, but it's so teeny and insignificant, but it's kind of like now that this Neptune energy has been stretched out into the second Pluto return, this is kind of like what's growing. What's that all about? And it's just, it's so disjointed, disconnected. It's what? There's not a past? Okay. Okay, you guys, they are in bad shape. So what it used to represent was the Queen of Swords. We're the party. We embody making laws for the nation. And oh, dream, and this is the dream card in that deck I added. This is like influence. This is like a back channel. This is unsuspecting people sleeping while they're making laws. And they had the point of power, the point of money for the King of Pentacles, the guys with all the money. So this is how Neptune functioned for them in our old chart until 2022, and everything blew up. So, like I said, this doesn't even, it just feels like it's dissolved. Oh, the Queen of Pentacles. That's the coup. That was the new nation DONHOLIO was trying to create, okay, with his coup. So they thought they could pull that off. This was in 2021, but for those of you who, I'll just remind you again, in 2020, we had like 6 massive things happened that totally changed structure and power around the world, okay? So before our Pluto return, this stuff was already blunted. It was already getting disrupted. They're rather hopeless. The coup, a little hopeless with DONHOLIO. and just bad news. And it's just not even integrated. This was an old playbook. What's happening now, 2022, we have, who's the emperor? I want to say this is POTUS. Who is this? I want to say this is POTUS because he, you know, his wisdom, his age, he has been around. He has seen our nation for almost 80 years. He's watched it go through her phases. He knows the best way to rule and how to ensure its longevity in the name of democracy. There we go. The star. This is democracy. The star must be, I wonder if that's the challenge, is democracy for them. The star. And they've got judgments coming at them. This is what's energizing them with their new Neptune, their new return. What's going on now? Neptune 2022 GOP. Oh, pow. I said poof, pow. Things are kind of a fustercluck coming undone. That is just, this is the crux of who they are. They went from a queen to a tower imploding because of the lovers, which is usually an agreement. We do the bidding of another nation when you have dark forces, foreign states assisting you, crowning them. Such foolish ways. They're going to fall off the cliff. This isn't even integrated. This is their Pluto return with their Neptune in their playbook is not doing so well. They're trying the Eight of Wands. They're trying to slow things down, throw sand in the gears, gum things up, and they can't get their footing on whether to go or slow down. They have no momentum. Because of that, Queen of Pentacles is not operating anymore like it used to. They do not have access to it. So this Neptune is so important because what just played out in front of our eyes the past 10 days, the big crescendo with their big up and their big that, they put everything they possibly could because energetically they really resonate with that planet Neptune from 1776 USA. And they really put everything in it to try to get this op done, to try to, I don't know, change the polling. DONHOLIO is terrified. And it's a flop. And there's nowhere else to go because we're at the end of summer and we're coming into fall, and that is going to come in hot, fast. Justice, oh my gosh. It is going to come in hot and heavy as we hit the eclipses. Then we hit Pluto return number 3, and then it's the end of the year, and then Pluto goes back into Aquarius in January. By the way, conjunct the sun when they both go into Aquarius. Thank you, my friend on xitter, for pointing that out. Is that crazy? How are you guys doing? It's not working anymore, Marie. You're absolutely right. Yeah, it's just not working, and I feel, and they are freaking out. So I was throwing teroscopes because I'm just trying my very best to keep up with like the insanity and the clown show because they are so freaked out. They are so freaked out. I'm like, why are you guys so freaked out? What is it now? And then after everything that I looked at, I don't even know how I can say this without it buffering. At the beginning of the week, there was an aviation vehicle that was missing. The F-35. This is another, yep, I saw that. This is another thing. This has them so freaked out, and I wondered if it would because of some things that happened over the summer right around our Pluto return number 2 birthday that nobody is talking about. And I'm like, what? And usually when things are that tight-lipped, like I can't get anything in, even with the cards that goes to my throat. Holy Ghost, my throat. I am totally hovering it. That's it. They're in so much trouble. So we got to talk about this thing that happened. Electro, what was with, yes, the 35. Yes, Pamela. Okay. That, when I pulled everything together, I was stunned at how much they were freaking out about it. But because it's come home on our borders ahead of the day of United Nations. You know what? I should just grab some cards. We're going to read on that. Okay, so on Monday, wait a minute. On Monday, we have this. Okay, that's missing. It looks like a plane. We have that. Oh my gosh. And today, Biden meeting with Bibi in New York. What a day to send a message, because likewise, he's so attached to the Republican Party. The playbook is dead. It has been redone. And Venus at 17 degrees Leo has to do with our values. We've had a reassessment, a long-term shaken reassessment about our values and who we do business with, because that's where the moon was on the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. So everything you see playing out today with the decisions that we make, the decisions that come about, like that Democrat winning, I think, in New Hampshire, that is another sign of the good things that are permanently happening. They're really hard to see, but if you look for them, look for the good news for democracy today, it's because of that, okay? Okay. And then we're just going to do the GOP here. So we're just going to, this is just about their freak out. And what do these things have to do together? They found the wreckage. So, I can't get ahead of myself. But I'm very curious. I'm going to show this to you. It is very interesting that I'm grabbing the After Tarot deck, because this is the deck that we've moved into something new. And we've moved into something new. Remember, this is the Bad Mobster deck. Then I had to get another deck that was cleaner for POTUS's administration addressing the bad guys. But this After deck has really come alive the past couple weeks or so, which just means it's the After Tarot deck. It's like a guide to the After Tarot. It's like what happens immediately after. So we're in this kind of after phase where the administration was dealing with things. We've got our homework done. We've moved into like a new era. I don't know if that's because I just got yes, because the investigations have moved on, even though it seems like we're stuck. They're essentially done. They've been done. It's just they have to get to each ring of evidence into the public and close all the doors behind it so nobody can be like they can protest it or they can file an appeal because blah, 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 blah. Everything has to be watertight. So why, with this After Tarot deck, is the GOP freaking out so bad as it relates to that point? Why are they freaking out so? They just feel like they are like hair on fire, freak out. Because what are they trying to protect down here? because they know they're in a new era. The day of this. What does that mean for them? Because the rusher came, all the countries came. It was a world spotlight. Freaking out coincided with this day, and they felt like someone was sending them. What message was being sent to them from abroad? You better protect this for us. Show me the GOP. They're stuck. They're caught. What? What are you gonna do? It's like they cannot. They can't breathe. Yes, this is my after tarot. Yes, yes, we are screaming about so much stuff because yes, of the timing that this all has happened. What goes up must come down. There's that moon card again. Russia, China. It's always Russia, China. It could be China, North Korea. It could be, what is it now? We've got the Saudis and the Iranians now. And then we've got the Saudis and Israel. Please don't buffer. They're all part of the same thing. And here, who picked this up last time? The scales of justice, Lady Liberty, Lady Justice, walking forth. Seven of Swords. It's almost like they cannot escape. Oh. So why are they so upset? Just screaming about this. The Eight of Pentacles. Oh, the plan. These are plans. This is data. This is information. So this goes back to this summer. There's an Tennessee engineer, software engineer. Did we talk about this last time? It never said that he was arrested. His property was searched. The feds seized a lot of his information. He is the one that was responsible. Remember that critical compromise of U.S. intelligence with 17 Air Force bases? The critical compromise of radio information, communications that I think the China got, okay? This guy was into radio antennas, cell phone towers. For whatever reason, he also had access to all of the radio codes for law enforcement. And this guy was in Tennessee. And to me, the Eight of Pentacles, that's the work he's doing to like get documents out there, blah, 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 blah. They're screaming. The King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles, DONHOLIO, but also could be the China. Whoever is using the data hog. So there's like documentation of this going down. Oh my God. The Ace of Cups. A dam is about to burst. This was putts all the time when DONHOLIO was in office. DONHOLIO promising something. The Ace of Cups. Can I get another card for that ace? Oh, they're toast. The Challenge, the Ace of Cups, the Ten of Swords. They're not done yet. But to them, that's what that plane symbolized. And what they're trying to protect is the secrets that they have run in their relationships with this data breach and how it's used and how people get set up like this. The Queen of Pentacles, another nation. Because DONHOLIO was planning a coup, his new nation. Was someone going to hold all that data and everything in escrow until they were able to get it going? The Knight of Cups, the offers, the support that the GOP gave in insidious ways to let these kinds of things happen. And for them to be that freaked out, the day that this starts the United Nations, they felt like a message was being sent to them. The Seven of Wands. It's not only fighting back, but this is, it's like things are getting too close to comfort for leadership. 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, if the 8s are and 9s are the lieutenants, the 8s, think of Kolomoisky, that Ukrainian that's being held in jail that did all his business, was it with Firtash? I mean, do you guys know who I'm talking about? Kolomoisky. He's in jail in Ukraine right now. He was like an 8. So it's like he's done. Prig had to be offed. Someone else had to be offed. I think Kadyrov died. They're sending a message, the King of Cups puts, that they're not going to be able to support them, the Knight of Pentacles, because they need to protect their initiative, the Ace of Wands. They have to protect their assets. Oh, no. We're going to bust your arse if you break up with us. That's what they took from that. Okay? They're freaked out. They are frozen. It's going through their minds, the Ace of Swords. What a nightmare. The Sword of Victory. This is only one way out, that they must try harder. What is this Ace of Swords? What is this Ace of Swords? What is this Ace of Swords doing? Train to hunt. We have to get back on board with the up. Here we're back down to the Two of Pentacles. We've been told what's going to happen. They're stuck. This is as far as they can go. Even though we have these big legislative things that have to happen. The Seven of Pentacles. It's the only way they can. They have to build up their money, their coffers, their Nazis, for their protection. They're in so much trouble. There's so much trouble. How are you guys doing? I know. Okay, Marie, the Senate bypassed Tubbs today. Again, what a great day. The sun trining Pluto. I am so glad that Schumer waited until now to get past this foggy haze like Monday. I'm so glad he didn't do this ahead of time, because there is so much strength in this. I cannot even describe how strong this is, and Tubbs is just going to fade away. He's embarrassed. Show me Tubbs with that decision. He's like, oh, so embarrassing. Oh, it's very disabling for him that happened today. He can't work his magic. He's saying one thing, he can't do it. This vote. Very foolish for him. Very foolish. Oh, it's coming down hard on him. The Queen of Swords reverse. There is no empathy, sympathy. There is nowhere for him to go with this. He has nothing. He has nothing to relate back to that. Do you have strength? He thinks he's, nope. He thinks he's, how does this relate back to him? Oh, the Ace of Swords. This is like a punch to the gut. 9 cups, 3 cups, 4 pentacles. It's like they will do whatever they have to do to hold on, because they're doing this at the behest of not the United States of America. It's just so bad and so obvious. You're welcome, Purple Ski. Sky. Hi, Gretchen. Yes, I am live. Thank you. Thank you. Just fantastic. Okay. Okay, so do you guys remember over the summer, if you can think back to like May, June, beginning of July. I don't know about you guys, but I just felt like things were just moving along. Everything was going at a nice clip, just one thing after another, after another, after another. And we've just been at this ridiculous kind of standstill, delays, like what happened to our momentum, and we're just kind of stuck in this mush. That not only has to do with the Mercury retrograde that went to, and Venus went direct, it's that all of these planets are retrograde, going backwards. And the other thing that's just been driving me crazy, I think it's driving everyone crazy, to tell you the truth, is that even though Venus was retrograde in Leo for 6 weeks, and she's since gone direct, meaning she doesn't seem to be going backwards anymore. She's been reborn. She is now, she's a morning star now. Ooh, and I don't think she's combust either. I think she's in a really good position. So now she's reborn. She's a morning star with her beauty. But she's just like, you can't really leverage or access her. Like I said, Venus has to do with our money, our values, and just in leadership with a whole heart, you know, imploring people to do the right thing. It's just, there's been a real tug of war with Venus, okay? And that is because this has been going on for a while. I just cannot wait to be done with this. She's at 17 Leo. She has been enclosed in this big square with Uranus, Taurus, 22 retrograde. Gosh, this is so awful for DONHOLIO and puts. And Jupiter has been now retrograde at 15 degrees Taurus. I mean, we've this plodding along energy, step by step by step. It's just like, you can't just take off and go and gallop like, you know, antelope. It's just blah, 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 blah. Well, Jupiter and Uranus, it's like they both came to a standstill, and then they both decided to go backwards. So they're moving slow as molasses in earthy Taurus. And Venus this whole time, she's been like retrograde, slowing down, asleep, can't get anything. It's been so annoying. So once she clears this 22 degree mark of Leo, we are going to see a lot happening. And plus, because Venus rules Libra season, the fall, I'm telling you, we are going to get a massive shift coming ahead because of the way Mars, the things that, oh my God, there's just so much to talk about. Because right now, Mars is in Libra. Even though Mars Libra is in her fall, it's like Mars doesn't behave well in the sign opposite to it. So Mars has to act according to Libra's rules. So Mars is the warrior, it's the god of war. It is brave and courageous, and it just likes to go. Libra, scales of justice, a little bit of indecision, this and that, the other person, this, that, comfort. So Mars has all this energy swirling like with our scales of justice and fairness. That's how Mars has to behave. Yesterday, I was blown away watching part of POTUS's speech because on that day, or was it Monday? I can't remember what day. Mars was 14 Libra. That equals USA Saturn. So what POTUS was saying at that speech, he wasn't just giving a speech. He was saying, we are aggressively coming for you mofos. You better get with the program or else, okay? Did you guys sense that at all? And here, there goes my throat. Thank you so much. For entertainment purposes only. Oh. POTUS, what were you really? He was so mad. He was so mad. And for Scorpios, this Mars is clearing out your 12th house of secrets, hidden enemies, the things that you weren't totally paying attention to and kind of in the subconscious are just dropping into your experience with total clarity. And then with Mars here, you're fired up for justice. Just like Attorney General today was fired up and was clapping back at that hearing. I didn't see all of it, but for him to be like, do you know how offensive that is, considering, you know, he's Jewish and he would do this and that, and for you to say this to me? I mean, and Merrick is also a Scorpio. There's so much fight. And oh, yep, I just got that message again. Spirit has been saying over and over to me this past week, especially, you are stronger than you realize. You have more power than you realize. And I just got that thinking about both POTUS and Garland. They want to be diplomatic, but they are ready to launch. And this new moon solar eclipse that we had in Aries, that Mars was 15 degrees Libra. This is today. So it's like stuff is ready to break through, okay? POTUS, boy, he was so mad. Most powerfully, what were you really saying to the world? It's like, I was really saying, do you hear me? I am saying that's called for alcohol. He's like, I am saying this is it. Off with you, off with you. I'm done with you, I'm done with you, I'm done. The Empress. We have, he's like, we have all that we need. We have shuffled around enough. We've given so much benefit to the doubt of every single nuanced thing creation. We have dotted our I's. We've crossed our T's. We are ripe. We are ripe with moving forward also. And we know what you did with the rusher. And you, Page of Cups, he is looking at the GOP. And we know what you did. We knew what you did with social media. We know the people that you got to turn. We know what you're doing to the youth. And I am Six of Pentacles being so charitable right now. It's like, we're done. I'm the King of Wands. I am the king. It's like he's totally embracing this moment. Do you get that? Thank you so much. Okay, so POTUS is not happy. Where does this go? Okay, so POTUS, he's talking. The Queen of Swords at the UN General Assembly. He's got the microphone. He is the host country. I'm talking here. No more manipulating this crap with what's going on. I'm sick of it here at home, thwarting democracy. I'm sick of it around the globe. I am sick of what putts pulling out the stops and just manipulating, destroying things. I'm done. At the foundation of this, the Page of Wands, he's got all the news that he needs. What? I have talked about this ad nauseum. We have made some decisions. I have got the plan ready to go. It's a new plan. Very excited about it. But there is something new coming. Hello, I'm using this After Tarot deck. So he's talking the Ace of Pentacles, the Point of Power, the Gift of Life. You want to be with us? I am grounded in everything that I am saying. You better deal with reality, because this is an inflection point for democracy. Do you value it or do you not? Because in the past, the King of Cups, that's always been putts to Donald. And in the past, POTUS has always been very supportive and patient. And going forward, that's it. The Two of Swords. He has drawn a line in the sand. He has made his decision. That's it. I know who you are. I know what we're doing. This is the last call for alcohol. The High Priestess, the Secrets, the King of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles. You guys. So the High Priestess, that is like all that GOP activity with their back channels to other nations and leaders. But it could also be the disguise of, I think this is their plan going forward. The blessings of the courts, going after money, and all of those who participated in that. You guys, we are going to be turning a new leaf. Not only are we coming into Libra season, but we've got eclipses coming. Eclipses, yay! Thank you. Queen the Empress backfire, yep. Oh my God, Julia, Ginny is so toast. Can you guys believe how it was so weird that I kept getting Ginny and ACB, Coney Barrett, in my brain with, she's so toast. They're all toast, and especially the way, Senator Whitehouse has been on a tear. And there's nothing, everything he says is true. And they all know it. And it's like there is an investigation going on. But in due time, they've laid out their master plan of attack at every step of the way. But I feel like, here we go. Oh, there goes my throat. So that's correct. Okay, so I feel like the Jack Smith stuff has kind of been on hold. But this is why. Because, POTUS was over at the G20, and usually big action and activity happens when he's over there, and then he stopped in Alaska. Then we had, his 9/11 speech. You pay attention to that because that's what was feeding this too. And then the UN General Assembly. So I just feel like they've kind of put stuff on hold just because there's just such massive amounts of information and intel coming in and discoveries. But I am telling you, they have to sift through that and get organized now and enter fall season. But I am telling you, whatever Fani Willis has discovered, like with those fake electors, it leads to this transnational mob coup. It leads into the territory of counter-espionage. And you guys get a sense of how angry she is and how she's just really resolved. Okay, let's look at why, you guys, she is so angry because of everything she has found out. And that is why she will not lose this because so much relies on it, okay? How are you guys doing? Okay. Oh, thank you, Bob Mueller. Look at all these Scorpios chit-chatting here. They can't help it. We've got Mars in our 12th house forcing us to socialize because all these ideas are coming to the surface. I love you, Scorpios. Hi, Donalyn. Oh my gosh. She is so angry. She is so angry. So she's just doing her job. This is what I'm doing. And pissed. She's doing her job. She finds out. She's so... Why is she so angry? She is just... So, you know how when you just get so angry, you can just feel like your hair standing on edge, your head just feels hot. because there's nowhere for this energy to go. It's like she's that angry, but she's got it under control. It's just everything she has, you know, learned and discovered. Oh, she's so mad. And so, and this leads over to there, to the China. This leads over to the Russia. Okay. What did you discover? What happened? Why is this leading? Whoops. Oh. Okay. That leads to China. That, and, oh, China's responsible. China is responsible. This. Found out this. Oh, she is just so mad because of betrayal. And this is why she is so stealth. She will not give up. I almost suspect maybe Brian Kemp kind of understands the severity of what's going on. That goes to the Russia. Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. She's like, ugh, these nitwits. They're so dumb. They're so annoyingly dumb. And then to be that dumb and put us in this much jeopardy. Okay, here she is. The King of Swords. Yeah, she is the master of her game. But I almost feel like this is having to consult with other agencies because this is much bigger than just, you know, an elector. Oh, the Ace of Pentacles. Maybe this is what POTUS was referring to in his speech. This is what was crowning him. The new thing, the new plan. The Seven of Wands fighting. Where did we just see that card? These were really prominent too. So Fani Willis, just doing my job. I'm a master at this. She's like, oh, I'm just trying to separate the people. This person, I indict this person or not? Indict this person or not? Are they guilty or not? Who's getting added to this list? Because we've been very thorough with the first grand jury, the second grand jury, and this is what we've come to. The Tower reverse is what's covering her. Okay, see, I told you, the GOP, remember earlier? Why are they so freaked out? And what are they dealing with now? This was them. They know, she knows. They know she knows. And she is just, again, remember, I said there's like fumes coming out of her head. She can't talk about it. She's just going to keep working. But she's pissed off. Crowning her, the Knight of Swords. The intel, the information she has, and in all the directions that intelligence went, and that she has to follow that up. Her challenge. That Ace of goes again. Oh my gosh. This is her challenge. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. We now have this Ace of Cups. This is, like I said, always like a putz thing that's handed off to like an American. What was handed off to an American? Her challenge, this Ace of Cups. Oh my God, the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords is an asymmetrical war. This points to what an American took leadership ideas from, and they followed it through to the Ten of Wands, but not quite because it's reversed. So I'm wondering she's finding out the origins of this whole elector plan, which was not in the United States, in my humble opinion. What's at the foundation of this? The Page of Swords. So those are the electors that flipped. Yep. We did that in the past. Oh, the Empress. That was in POTUS' speech. This was like kind of the content of his speech. And that they were moving forward on a master plan because of everything that they know. They've gone through all the details. They got all of their information, all the values, everything is ready to go. And this is what happened. This is why she's so mad. Because the Two of Wands. Look, where was that Ace of Wands? Was that out there somewhere? Where was it? That's the Ace of... Anyways, the Two of Wands. Someone picked up the Ace of Wands to carry something out, because this is my once card. A foreign state came to talk to someone under the guise of, for DONHOLIO, you know, this is the Seven of Cups. I see that when they're trying to disguise what they're doing at the behest of Donald with the Ten of Pentacles. We're back to the Ten of Pentacles, you guys. This is what she found out. Basically, that people who took the plan, they were approached from another government to do something at the behest of Donald, probably because of the China. The Ten of Pentacles. Oh my God. Ugh, she's so mad. So that's her backstory. This in particular is pointing to the China. She's so mad. The Emperor. The Emperor is pointing, is this the master planner? Who's this Emperor? Or is this, what were they going to do to the Emperor? Using courts and people to take down the legitimate winner, POTUS. That points to China, because this is what she found out. The Five of Swords, the middleman, with the money carriers, with the votes, with the pentacles, the people on the ground executing an idea. Like, I'm just thinking about, like, you know, the people who harassed, you know, Ruby and Shay, okay? There's this whole structure of people to carry out these tasks, pointing to China, because China, oh my God, there's that Ace of Cups again. The Ace of Cups reversed. They don't want anyone to know that actually they're the ones sponsoring it, because the rusher is poor. So this is like undercover. Ace of Cups, what? So China was the pivot point. The one with the idea. The one with the plan. Do you get this? The one with the plan. The Nine of Pentacles. So that they would be comfortable with the elections and the votes. Where's that other Ace of Cups? There's that Ace of Cups. Her challenge is the Ace of Cups. That Ace of Cups reversed. Oh my gosh. That part went to the China. This part went to the rusher. The Four of Cups. So if you think Ace through 10, Ace, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 is completion. We have step 4. This is like Ace 1, 2, 3 is kind of like getting a plan off the ground. The 4, 5, 6 is the middleman, getting this plan to go so that the US side, 7, 8, 9, 10, can complete it. So something happened early on with this plan that's led to this investigation in Atlanta. The Four of Cups is an American. It's a person that, what did they do? We have the Empress reversed and the Four of Swords reversed. There's another person responsible for the 4 on the intelligence side, like the middleman. They got intercepted. Are they intercepted or undercover? Both intercepted, undercover for the rusher. So here, this is in the past for FANI. She's doing her job, her work, and discovers this is related to this person not acting in the best interest for the United States, but someone else, because the rusher, those are that's like P-Boys, Oath Keepers, all of them. They were in law enforcement. They were in, that's how they did it. What did law enforcement do? What is the law enforcement angle with this? The Ten of Wands. Oh my God, where's that Ten of Wands? Look at this, was the challenge for FANI with her investigation, the Ten of Wands. I said the 10 Wands, 10 Swords are the asymmetrical war. The rusher was working with law enforcement, the 10 of Wands, to go undercover, you know, beat people up, go to the Capitol, do this whole spiel. And then this thing led to the Saudis. Oh my God. I wish I had a picture of what we just did, because these cards keep coming up like this. The Ace of Swords. It's the point. I feel like this is Ace of Swords. These are like those thwarts, those attacks, like people who are stalked. I don't know. Suddenly, you know who just came into my mind was Seth Rich. Remember him, 2016, walking home in the dark? He just popped in my mind. These are the stalkers. It's like, oh my God, it's very predatory. Look at the eyes are covered so they can't see out and you can't see them. It's stealth. And what they did here, she found out, Six of Cups and the Eight of, this is Prigozhin. Working with Prigozhin on the ground, Eight of Wands to stir shit up, and directly, these are conversations. They had this all planned out. Oh my God, the Five of Cups reversed. These are people on the ground here in the U.S. who got orders from abroad, from a different country, but in actuality it was for them. No wonder she has gathered such a clear picture at what's really going on. So when you see her speak, when you see something that she's written, pay attention, because there are so many layers and levels of information she is trying not to divulge, and it's all there. You got it? Is that crazy? How are you guys doing? Yeah, he was. That did happen. Yes, Karen Louise, it's always been China, not Russia. It's always been. I think I've been saying that for a while. It's always been China. Oh, Mercury, the ICC started the war crime against Russia at The Hague. Yeah, and that's where Jack Smith came from. That's why his job is basically done. He knows how to deal with all these guys because he's been prosecuting them for years. Now, I know we were late to the game with the new Moon Virgo because of my travel plans and then this big crescendo to all the brain fog. I don't even want to call them intentions, because what I'm noticing basically with this Pluto return, Pluto, Aquarius, Saturn, and Pisces, all this stuff happening within the year, and we're still like trying to get through this year, this first full year post Pluto returns. It's almost, I don't want to say like every day is a new moon, because that's the sun and moon energy. It's more like super powerfully charged intention, visionary energy. Yep, that's just what I got. It's getting laid out because now I just saw my mergoats in my mind's eye. So you guys know what you want a new moon wish. You know what you would like to intend, lay the foundation about. Let me know, because I would just like to get us focused here, away from all the riffraff and the distractions, and really put pen to paper, pen to whiteboard, because that's where your most powerful point of focus is, between the cosmos and on this planet, conducting that energy as our solar system is hurtling through the galaxy at, what is it, 250,000 miles an hour or some ridiculous thing. We are just moving at such an insane rate of speed, but we're like bored. How could we be moving so fast when everything's just kind of, you know, we get trapped in all this crap. But really, we are more powerful than we realize. We have so much more available at our fingertips to pointedly intend and envision. Can I please get your input on what that might be? And what's going to happen here is I'm just going to write this out on my whiteboard so we can get the ideas written out. Maybe it'll trigger something within you. Write it however you want. We have a powerful moon right now in Sagittarius that's ruled by Jupiter. And Jupiter is in earthy Taurus. So it's like we've got earthy Taurus making sure things get done one step at a time. But hey, let's talk about the law and our faith, okay? And Merrick Garland getting stuff done. The Virgo sun, the public servant, our military, our leader POTUS, an exact trine to Pluto, just the ultimate empowerment and the ultimate separation of good and evil. I mean, it's like nobody can break that force field. So what do you guys have for me? Yes, Electra, it is all of them. Iran, so all of them. Have you noticed how many more have been merging publicly in the past month? Ever since, these are the major things that triggered this. McGonigal was sentenced. Sam Bankman-Fried, they added extra charges to $200 million that he tried to, or $100 million he gave to political operations. And the whistleblower, the FBI whistleblower, which then led to Prigozhin's plane going down. Yeah, this is what has triggered and spiked all of this absolute insanity because they know they're caught. Okay. I want to see more public support and enthusiasm for POTUS and VP. Oh my gosh, VP has been a rock star. Have you seen the lines of it out there for her? Oh my gosh, Gloria Johnson, I love her so much too. I see more and more excitement, unity by we, the majority, the silent majority. I want more of that vocal pleasure, approval, excitement to be seen. Oh. I want to release. There's more that we're releasing, and there's also reinventing. But I want to release the tendency of, quote, having to struggle to win. What? I picked up on that so much the other day. We can win and not struggle for the end means to our goal. I want to be secure and comforted every day that democracy keeps rising up and winning. She's such awesome sauce. I totally agree with you. Yeah, she has been kicking it out of the park. And it's like, really, you want to impeach POTUS? Because, you know, guess what? Guess who's going to be president then? She has really come through and really matured into her position. And I will tell you, I believe it when they say her fingerprints is on every single detail. She has such command of so many things going on right now. It is stunning when I start to tune into it in the background. I just haven't had time because I'm like, okay, she's good, she's good. You know, you have to tune into all the crazies, but you guys, she has got it. Okay. What is this? I want to see union embraced on all levels, be it work, a unified workforce, unified public, unified parents, schools. That union wins. American unions win. Now, I will say that the timing of what's going on right now is sluggish just because of all of the transits. It should pick up speed in the fall season. And wow, they do have such good momentum to put their mark on the union and justice, even from the first day of fall. Because remember, Pluto ingressed at 0 degrees Aquarius in March, and also squared Jupiter hours later, which was the thumbprint, the mark that takes out the Nazis and the plutocrats, the abusive plutocrats. So it will come more too as this fall happens. Marie said, I want to see the narrative turn a corner in favor of democracy. I think it is. I think the problem is the MSM because, again, they're not reporting correctly. If you see all of the elections we've had, special elections, I know there have been a lot of scary things, but if you look, you will see so many incredible things happening. What was on my notes? I was screaming yesterday. Well, we've got GOP. They're resigning. Why are the GOP resigning? Like, for example, Chris Stewart resigns this week. And then Ken Buck is resigning. And there's just so many more. Oh, there goes my throat. Why? So many more. They've got challenges with this. Oh my gosh. I don't have enough cards. Because at the foundation of things, I am resigning because of this. And this is what's in the skies. And I just don't have anything to do with it. Comfort and security. The information is, things are moving quickly. I'm telling you, their secret is coming in hot, fast. So Chris Stewart, he's 9 of Wands defenses. This 9 Wands, 9 Cups has been showing up all over the place. He was instrumental to make things happen. He's at the 9. He's almost the 10. He is like 1 degree away from DONHOLIO. He's part of the conspiracy to overturn the election. Ken Buck is like, I'm out of here. I need a good, what? I'm out of here. You guys are crazy. I think he just wants to get away from, there's just bad news coming, and he wants to just get away from all these yahoos. But we have all these other people. This person's challenge. Look at these 9s. They're too close to what's happening. These people have not resigned yet, but it's coming. That 4 of Cups, Fani Willis, that's an American related to the Russia. Judgments are coming out. And a lot of instability. Oh, look at that. 9s and 4s. 4, 4. Look at it. We got 3 9s and 3 4s. The top people who are going to get swept up in this thing, and they were part of the middleman network. The middleman network, their lawyers aren't being paid for. They're like, I'm out of here. Oh, and you know what else happened? There goes my throat. This is so exciting. POTUS create this. This is such a huge one. POTUS created a new office. The Office of Gun Violence Prevention. I was like, oh my God, I could not believe that. Oh yeah, and then that Stephen Beyer was sentenced. You guys, you know that Gloria Johnson, we all love her, but okay, she was a high school special education teacher. This is why she can't be bullied. She knows everything to say. She knows how to talk to people and get them to understand. My gosh. I can't wait to see Senator Gloria Johnson represent Tennessee. I'm excited for Tennessee to take out that gross Tennessee GOP and bless the Covenant moms who they are on a mission. They saw what happened. They don't care that they're Democrats, Republicans. They are on a mission to oust these guys. And success. Oh, she's so amazing. Yay! Aspie Third Eyes in Tennessee. She's going to cast her vote. That is so exciting. Are people excited out there? I mean, she's got such a great presence on Twitter. She like knows how to talk, you know, to Twitter people. She knows what to say. And Marsha Blackburn's like, she's scared. She's scared. She should be. She was teacher training at Columbine. I did not know that she was actually in Columbine. A sister, yeah, she is. Jennifer, I live in Gloria's district in Tennessee and can't wait to vote for her again. I'm so glad to hear. How much, okay. Let all of Gen Z vote. Vote in droves. Vote everywhere. Democracy. I love hearing Gen Z talk about how awesome POTUS is. They get so disgusted with all this crap. And the thing is, our kids that can vote now, they were raised on this garbage disinformation all their life dealing with trolls. They know the bullshittery. When the politicians think they can do it, they just look at them, are you serious? Are you serious? Who do you think I am? MSM was getting smoked by Jason Miller in Milwaukee. Oh, I don't know. I didn't hear about that. Yeah, you guys are up against a lot of red in Tennessee. I want to see red voters be inclined to a rosy lavender. And be okay and proud to reinvent selves as a voter because they're so sick of the BS. And the veil will lift. It's going to take a bit, but the veil will lift. It got punctured hugely this past week. It is rippling out. I have no worries about Katie Porter. Yeah, I think she's going to have a different political presence. I don't know how, but she's up for the job. She really picked a bad day astrologically to declare that she was running for Senate. And I was like, please don't do it. Please don't. Not now, not now, not. And it was just not a good chart for her. And I don't know if you kind of feel that now, but she's amazing. She has places she's going to be going, oh my gosh, did you notice that Governor Whitmer, she's got a sister in New York who's running for a seat? There goes my throat. She's amazing. I don't even know what her name is. Like her maiden is Whitmer. But she is so powerful, so down to earth, knows the big game, the long game, the detail. She gives a vibe very similar to Gloria Johnson in the clarity of what she's doing. She's amazing. Thank you. Okay. Is there anything else you want me to address? POTUS also created the climate court. Yeah, I'm telling you, you guys, we are just running out of we're running on fumes here like we always do when we enter a new season. So it's like I don't even know exactly when the sun goes into Libra, but you will notice a shift immediately. But this Virgo lunation is going to hang on for a bit longer. So I just don't, I feel like it's still going to be a little bit before we really are feeling our oats and feel like we've got momentum going. But I will tell you I think we have a full moon eclipse. I think we have a new moon eclipse Libra and a full moon eclipse Scorpio Taurus. By that Scorpio eclipse, I think Mars is in Scorpio. It's going to be like a whole new game by the time we get to Scorpio season because we have some leftover Virgo-y stuff in Libra season, and it's like we will really be feeling it as we get more into fall, okay? But it's just, they're just going to be going crazy the next couple days, and it's just the way it is. Just stop listening to those crazy people. Hi, Rick. Yeah, Mitt Romney is quitting too. I'm looking forward to his book. Yeah, Mitt did a good thing. Okay, here. Involvement of FIYAH intelligence. Yes, absolutely. They've all been involved in different roles. I'm very interested about what's going on in Canada here now with the assassination of that Sikh, am I saying it properly? That's really put a rift in between Canada and India, while at the exact same time, POTUS returns trying to establish a solid relationship with India and a free and safe Indo-Pacific. That's the other thing that China wants to thwart, is a free and safe Indo-Pacific. So you can already tell the people are trying to mess that up as well. But I am telling you, all the bases, everything that we've reignited, hello, Vietnam, what? We have a bilateral, we have an agreement, a reconciliation with Vietnam? What? Is this Pluto Aquarius or something? Yeah. The China-Russia is getting hemmed in. they're really hoping they can wait us out till the next election. I don't know why, because I am telling you, China, that economy, that thing is just really, something is ready to snap. I just feel like, I keep saying like a cliff, you know, like, and buildings built into a cliffside. And then all of a sudden they just, whoop, I kept seeing them just all of a sudden slide down, dust, and then they were standing up. But whatever precipitated that was gone. Now I'm seeing like this thing is ready to just slip, but it's like the foundations, it's like people are hammering in reinforcements with, you know, like the 2x4s and like the bamboo and everything, trying to keep it in place. But it's like starting to, like, where they should be like this built, it's like starting to bulge. And that's with their economy. It's just, something is just ready to snap. And if it doesn't snap this year, I think it snaps next year. Okay, yes, Karen Louise, POTUS made a big deal with both Japan and Korea. Let's go back and talk about that, because this is okay, so in March 2021, this has never happened before. We finally got the people approved for POTUS's cabinet. DOD Austin, SOS Blinken. In March, early March, the very first trip they took abroad, number one, was together. That never happens. And where they went was to Japan and Korea. And then the following summer, Shinzo Abe was assassinated in broad daylight, and he was begging Japan to give up her pacifist ways and invest in military defense. Let's take a look here. Good guys. Why was this the first trip? Why was this the first trip? DOD Austin, SOS Blinken. We need to go talk to Japan, Korea, because they know. Because Japan, Korea, what do you have? Left over from the DONHOLIO admin, because they have to counter what he did here. What defense did. What pump, trying to undo. This is what they did. This is the antidote. They're the antidote here. Antidote to what they're trying to get. They were trying to get this in order, and Korea knows that they were also working on this. Okay? Kind of a mess. Why did we send in our guys to go there first? Three of Wands. Okay. POTUS is inaugurated January, February, March. He's got his cabinet. But he never lost his security clearance. He had stuff going on that they were putting out there regularly. They knew. Oh, I just got Charles Flynn, magician. All those Flynnards. And the Hierophant. A government structure they knew they were setting up with. So they knew they were putting out this plan for a while because of information they have on people who are trying to affect our structure of government. That Five of Pentacles, that's a GOP. So, March, let's go there. The Knight of Pentacles, we are going to go travel abroad, and we, you know, part of the cabinet, we have offerings with Pentacles data information. Okay. Because to counteract the United States and what was done with quid pro quo, pay to play, bribes, and intercepts they got with people talking, a spy to the Nine Swords. Okay. And this is intercepts that they got picked up on like middlemen and their back channel information that they were doing with money and what they were doing to our government. And those, oh, this Four of Cups. Remember Fani Willis? This is what she discovered people were doing like as a back channel to offer as a middleman a quid pro quo type of thing. I'm telling you, this is all blurring in together. So DOD Austin's like, we're going to Japan because we're putting an end to this crap that was set up. Secretary Blinken's like, yep, I'm going with you because the Four of Swords, oop, I have intel on where the Four of Swords left off, the middlemen, okay? And we need to go talk to them because of the GOP, the Republican Party, because Japan has got information on their status with, you know, Russia, China, the challenge, and the Two of Pentacles reversed. This is putts. I'll give you a pentacle, give me a pentacle. We'll, you know, we'll barter it back and forth, you know, launder data, and we'll just do this little dance. It could be information, it could be data, it could be a huge op, but one little step at a time. So that's why they went there, because they knew that was going on. Korea has the goods on a spy, Page of Swords, and how they were transmitting information as a middleman to who? Oh, and this affected the GOP. Who benefited from this? The oligarchs. And that's our security. And the Queen of Wands, this is the leader of a different nation. Different nations. So that is why they went. They already knew what was going on. This is the prior administration, because whoever the acting DOD guy was, Chris, the King of Pentacles, Chris Miller, are you telling me the DOD, oh my God, they're the King of Pentacles. They were the one that was currying favor and bringing the data, bringing the money. This is your cabinet officials bringing stuff over, and DOD Austin is like, no, we don't do that with the Pentagon. This is not how we spend our money on our defense. And Secretary of State Pompous, UNGA, this is why they went to Japan. They knew he was laundering money, favors, data. Okay. So up here, in Japan, they've got the receipts, the Page of Pentacles, and the timing, and when they were out there, and oh, the Ace of Pentacles reversed. The point of opportunity. Pompeo is in so much trouble. The Ace of Swords and Seven of Swords, bringing data, money, intel over there, stealing from the United States. Does that like sound like it's on target for entertainment purposes only? Does that kind of sound like what they've been up to, given all these investigations and the many beautiful boxes over at the for entertainment purposes Mar-a-Lago? It's crazy. Stunned, right? Right? Lila, hi Queen. As usual, from the beginning of the stream, I've been listening to your admirable wit, deep jaw-dropping analysis. You're the best. Oh, well, thank you. I can't wait. Oh, Nancy Jack has it. He's got everything. Remember, for me, Merrick Garland has not flinched since July-ish 2022 when he made that trip to Ukraine to investigate war crimes, Nazis. That final trip wrapped the whole thing up, and it was just, I think he went, to be honest, I've just got to, yeah. I think he went and possibly talked to Jack Smith then, because he was working at The Hague, and this opportunity that might be coming up should DONHOLIO say he's going to run for office because he was just waiting for DONHOLIO to say, hey, I'm running for president, because he wants to stay out of jail. And so 3 months later, in comes Jack Smith. They have everything together, whatever, from the very first meeting abroad. This is what our intelligence agencies were putting together, and the plan that they were putting together to figure out what deep shite we were left in. But they had receipts. These guys, I mean, here we go. There goes my throat. Like, I think Ginny was using ANOM. I think Clarence Thomas, for entertainment purposes, was using ANOM. I think all those middlemen, the Raga, all of them, because we hear about their Telegram and their other encrypted apps, they were freaking using ANOM. And, you know, those are 25 million texts that the government had to go through once we found out about it. What was it, June 9th, 2021? That the FBI indeed had been using an encrypted app with over 25 million texts being sent to another. I mean, could it be these two countries, the third country getting the texts, not to the USA? A third country was getting that. I thought it was Ukraine. I'm not so sure about that because maybe there's so much corruption there. Then they're getting better. But those texts we had to go through. June 2021, they unseal that search warrant, whatever was related to ANOM that got that unsealed. It had been in use since 2018. And it was around the world. And it's like, even it was an unencrypted app that the FBI made. Oh my gosh, you better bet DONHOLIO had it. I did a reading on that. And every time it shows that these guys, especially involved with J6 and, you know, at the Capitol, blah, 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 and Ginny all the time comes up with it. I would bet Leonard Leo has it. This is why they, in my humble opinion, are done. This is why Merrick Garland has been done since then. The only thing that has thrown him for a loop where is Judge Loose Cannon. He's like, wait, what? From last fall. This is done. It's all been done. It's just that we as a nation and a world have to be able to digest this so it makes sense. Because could you imagine the story coming out like it is and be like, oh, that's fake news. That's crazy. Who? How do you know? Well, we know. And it's like, it's going to take time, but I feel like we're in such good hands. I have like no worries about this at all. At all. Happy birthday to everyone this month. Yeah, Estonia has figured out the hacking and the propaganda. They are there, and you know, just because they've had to, since Russia invaded Ukraine, like they have had to become expert on the go counter hackers because of everything that they did to their grid and system. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope this has helped tonight. I'm glad we got to reconnect. There's so much crazy out there, but no, the crazy comes from one source, DONHOLIO, and he is scared, and his co-conspirators are scared. Bibi not getting the reception he thinks he should at the White House. Oh boy, that can't be undone. And in fact, Secretary Blinken said early on, very early on, within the first couple months, I would say by June, July of 2021, when he met with the Israelis, he told them point blank, we're reevaluating our relationship with you. And that's why you got a meeting in New York and not the White House, okay? So that's that. Pamela, Queen, watching, listening to you is so calming, relaxing, relief. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you and thank you. I'm so glad. I'm glad I have an outlet to share all of this with you guys because my brain and my hands would go cuckoo if I couldn't share it with anyone, because for sure, someone would want to lock me up in a straitjacket and never let me leave because this is crazy, crazy sounding stuff. Okay, thank you, Paisley. Oh, thank you, Dr. Nancy. You guys have a great evening. I will catch up with you next season. I think this is going to be a really good fall. It's going to be another head spinning, but not as bad. Okay. Has Judge Luce Cannon been put on track? I think she's just being dealt with. I think they've insulated so much stuff because away from, like, she's not really going to make a big difference. You know what I mean? Okay. Good. I'm so glad you feel good about fall as well. Okay. You guys have a good evening. Aloha. Oh, the banyan tree has leaves. She's growing leaves. Yay. Okay. Good night.